Good morning. So it is Friday, and I wanted to give you guys an update in regards to my thyroid. So as you guys saw earlier in the week, or on my Instagram page, that I was at the doctor. Hold on, this computer, or this camera's not straight. There you are. I hope that helped it. I don't know. Anyway, so I was at the doctor earlier this week, and so let's see what happened. What did he say? Oh, so my last visit with my surgeon. So remember, I have two doctors, my endocrinologist, who I see on a not regular basis, but he's my permanent doctor that I have to see. And then my surgeon who did the surgery. So I did go see him on Monday, and he had mentioned everything was going great. The healing is fantastic. He said it looks fantastic for me to continue to put Derma on it, and so which I will continue to do. But he mentioned that you know, he released me, that I can do whatever. I can stretch my neck back. I can, you know, I shouldn't have any more issues with it. But he did ask like how I was feeling, if I was on medication yet, and I mentioned that I was, and some of my side effects, and you know, was to him was a little, you know, concerning. And so he wanted me to make sure that I go and speak to my endocrinologist, which I have yet to do so, because I am scheduled to see him soon. But one thing that I found out at my visit, and this is just it's slightly concerning. Reason for is because I've never had any issues regarding my blood pressure, and even with having children, even with having like none, at least that I can remember, zero. Well, he had mentioned that my blood pressure was slightly elevated, and it could be obviously a number of things. It could be based on the medication that I'm on. It could be based on, you know, I could have just had too much coffee that morning, because I did see him early in the morning and I was drinking coffee on the way in. It could be other medication that I'm on in regards to my allergies, and which have been horrendous lately. But I'm telling you, the itch in the ear, the itch in the nose, and sneezing, sometimes I just want to yank them off and throw them away. And I did take an allergy, I did take some allergy medication that morning, and so it could have been that, But he did ask if I had been, feeling well, if like my, you know, if have I noticed if I've gained some weight, if I have been tired. And so far these are my symptoms. These are some of the things that have been going on with me. So I think I mentioned in a video before that was dealing with some heat flashes, and that was in the very start of my medication, kind of like the transition of not having any going on to some. And so I was having some really bad heat flashes, to the point of almost passing, like feeling I was about to pass out, having really bad headaches. And so I mentioned that to him, and that's what he told me to go make sure I talk to my doctor about, and to keep track on that. And so the other thing that he had asked if I've felt like I've gained some weight, and my weight has been going up and down. It's been fluctuating. There are some days where I'm a lot heavier than others, but then a few days later I've lost it. So it's just this up and down thing that it's been doing. But I have gained, you know, a few pounds, understanding that it's based off of my thyroid right now. So So yeah, I mean, that's kind of some of the things. My tiredness, I haven't necessarily been feeling too tired. I've actually been waking up super early lately. Normally I would get up at like 7, and then I'd hit the snooze button. Well, my alarm goes off at 6 to make sure that my 17-year-old is up for high school, and then I go right back to sleep, and then I have a 7 o'clock alarm that'll wake me up, and so that's the one that I hit the snooze button on. But then lately I've been noticing that I've been up at like 5:30, 6 o'clock, you know, just awake like once my alarm goes off, and sometimes I wake up before my alarm, but once my alarm goes off, like I don't go back to sleep, I'll just lay in bed, and then I'll get up and, you know, get myself ready. But so I've noticed, you know, my wake up time, but it hasn't changed my going to bed time. I'm still up until 11, 12 o'clock. There's some nights where I just don't get to sleep at all. And it's not like, what is it, insomnia? It's not that at all. It's just, you know, my mind, it races, and there's a lot of things that I think about. There's a lot of things, and I think that's, I want to say that's connected with my anxiety. And the reason why I believe that is because when I think about one thing, it won't go away until it gets done, but it's got to get done the way that I want it to get done. And so, you know, the concerns of just everyday life and the kids and getting things like this weekend. We have a very, very busy weekend. You know, my oldest is having homecoming, and then he has a game tonight, and then we have a makeup game tomorrow. And so, like, for my middle son, he has a makeup game tomorrow, and at the same time that my oldest son has a hair appointment. And so it's just like, oh my gosh, like, how is this going to even work? And so, like, that's what I've been thinking about this week. As minor as that is to a lot of people, they're like, you know, just move the hair appointment. Well, we have yet to buy my son his shoes and his belt for his outfit, and so I'm going to take him tomorrow. And then homecoming, yes, it starts at like 7, but, you know, he wants to hang out with his friends before, and so we just, and then we have yet to, you know, press his clothes, and so I have to get that done. So it's just like a lot of little things, and like I've been overthinking. And what triggers my anxiety is the idea that my mind is racing, and the inability to stop it, and the inability to control it. And so, like, so that's kind of like an issue, obviously. So I'm not like, so my anxiety is not, in regards to my thyroid, it hasn't been triggered off of that at all. It's just other things, you know, kids, you know, school, kids' school, you know, my oldest son's school, and, you know, the new things that, you know, God has put in our lives in regards to, you know, being more involved in part of our community, and serving, and making sure that we make time, you know, and we have the time for him. And so, believe it or not, that's a trigger for me, because when I notice that everything else is taking precedence, I kind of lose the idea. I'm like, oh my goodness, I don't even have time for my Lord and Savior. Like, it just drives me crazy. And so I, you know, try to put on praise and worship as much as I can, and all of that doesn't completely fulfill my cup. Being involved with the community and serving and being involved with our church fills my cup, and being involved in the Word fills my cup. And so yeah, those are the things that my anxiety kind of goes cray over. And again, if I wasn't on my medication, oh my gosh, like, but I'm happy to see and notice that my anxiety has not been triggered off of my thyroid. And so that's just been amazing. If anything, it makes me sad to think of what I've had to, what I've gone through, what my family has gone through, based on all of this stuff, and thinking of just the possibilities, and I'm aware that I don't have to worry about what could have. I just need to worry about what I need to do and what I can do right now, and that is being with my family, being involved with my family, and spending precious time and capturing those precious moments, and documenting those moments, as I'm doing now, because I'm not going to remember any of this stuff 5 a year from now. I'm not, so being able to go back and look over my feelings and my thoughts and seeing, wow, I used to be that way, now I'm not, I'm feeling better about this, or I'm doing better with it. So, it's in the sense of, being sad, and I don't want to call it depression, but there is depression attached to anxiety, because once you've lost the ability to gain your thoughts and your emotions and your want to fix and correct, and just the elevation where you feel your body just like, it's like, and weird to say and describe, but you can feel the anxiety attack coming, and some people don't want to acknowledge that. Some people don't want to claim that, but I can feel my anxiety coming, and either I stop it and distract myself with something else, or I just let it come out, and it's bad. It's bad. And so once it happens, for someone who deals with anxiety, you fall into this rut of crying, and that is hard to get out of. The minute you have an anxiety attack and you start in that emotion, oh my word, it is hard to get out of, because then you start looking at the negative, and then the depression kicks in, and then it's like there's no win. There's no win. And so I'm happy to say that I have yet to get to that point. I mean, the last time I was there was, a few weeks back, a month ago, in regards to that one argument, because I was very sad about it after the fact. I was very upset that I allowed myself to get there after the fact, and was very apologetic to myself and to my family that I allowed myself to get to that level, and for them to see myself like that. It was embarrassing for me. It was embarrassing for my family, and it was embarrassing to God. Like, he shouldn't have seen that of me, knowing that it was going to happen. But I guess figuring out how to deal with it after the fact is what's important. So anyway, so yeah, I mean, my thyroid has been, other than the struggle of waking up and taking my pill. I was telling my husband this morning that this new routine of taking this pill in the morning, oh my goodness, and waiting that 30 minutes, and trust me, it's 30 minutes, I don't let it go any more than that, to have my morning coffee. I'm not a water drinker in the morning, guys, and so when I have to take that pill and drink water, it's gross. It's so gross, but I do it. But yeah, I just, that's my main struggle right now, is taking that pill in the morning. Like, I can take my Lexapro with no problem. Take it, go to sleep. Boom, done. Because I always go to bed with water. But waking up and taking my pill, not the first thing I want to do. Not the first thing that's on my mind. And so I just have to make sure that I make it and put in account that it's important, that I've got to do it. And so my husband makes sure that I take it. He asks, when we went up there, I told him, I said, just don't let me forget my medication. He goes, oh, I'm not going to let you. And so he knows the importance of me being on it and what it's going to do for me. And, and again, working on getting back to health. And so it's a process. The medication will kick in, and I will see a difference either with energy or lack of, don't know, in about a month is what I've been told, or a month to 2 months. And so not much of an energy boost as of right now. I mean, because I'm still, dependent on my coffee, which I do need to cut back on because I drink entirely too much coffee. But I don't drink any other form of soda, meaning caffeine. So that's my only caffeine, which I need to cut back on. So, but decaf does nothing to me. I can drink decaf all day. Like, seriously, peeps, does nothing. But I just wanted to jump on and give you guys an update. Everything is great. I'm loving life right now. Enjoying my kiddos and enjoying, the craziness of what we deal with. And, it's been good. And I go back to see my endocrinologist in a couple of weeks, so I'll give you guys an update in regards to that visit, seeing what he has to say. But my surgeon has cleared me to be good, and has said I'm good to go, and hopefully I don't ever have to see him again. But if you are, anywhere in Florida and need a good surgeon, Dr. Ivan Rosado, the best surgeon in the Central Florida area, who is very well known in the Florida hospital chain. I'm telling you, that is the guy to go to. Very awesome office, very sweet office, very amazing staff. He's very respectful, very kind, very thorough. He just is amazing, and would not have wanted to be under the knife or under the hands of someone else. Like, he was just amazing. I do believe that God most certainly guided him and placed him in my life for this particular process. And so I have to say, he's just amazing. And so if you guys are ever in need of a surgeon, which I hope not, he would be the guy to go to, for sure. And Dr. Constance is my physician who I see with my thyroid, my endocrinologist, Robert Constance. He's also amazing. So if you're ever in need of an endocrinologist, Dr. Robert Constance in the Central Florida location, I tell you, he is amazing as well. So if you're ever in need of that, I suggest you go and look him up. So as of right now, that is my update. I hope that you guys are able to hear my heart in all of this. I am, again, just happy with life. I'm happy that it's all good. And again, it's a healing process that takes time. And hopefully my blood results will come in soon, and we'll figure out my numbers, and hopefully my numbers are okay. And so I'll give you guys an update on that again when I go and see my doctor, and how that's doing and how that's going. And so I have to thank you for being part of this journey with me. So if you're a returning YouTuber, thank you. I appreciate you. I cannot tell you how important this channel is for myself and for my family, in the sense of, as I said earlier, we were able to go back and look at some of the craziness that we do, and these are just moments, sweet moments that my kids can look back on, and I can look back on and say, oh my gosh, why was I wearing that? Or, oh my gosh, no makeup that day. Really? And so, yes, in regards to that, I don't wear makeup at the house unless I'm running an errand, and even if it's an in and out, I won't. But my Fridays, yes. I will do something with myself. Fridays, the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, yes. But normally Monday through Thursday, unless I have a doctor's appointment, I will. But I won't do anything. I'm at home. I tend to my kids and clean up the house, and which I probably should. I should do something a little bit more to make myself feel. I should, and I think I will. So I'm sorry if I've scared or disappointed many. So yeah, it's just, it is what it is. So I appreciate you guys being part of this channel and being part of our family, and it's growing, you guys. The views are getting there and the subscribers are slowly but surely coming, but I appreciate you guys who are and who are sticking around. And we do have an Instagram page. I wanted to let you guys know that. It's Grand Party of. It's supposed to be Grand Party of 5, but I guess my title was too long, so they cut the 5 off, so it's Grand Party of. So yeah, go there. You'll, see, updates probably daily, if not every other day, of what's going on with us. So now we are starting our day. We have a lot of grocery shopping. We have nothing in the fridge. I've been running to the store getting food every day to make dinner.